Look at the animals outside your window, the plants in your garden, and the insects in the air. For every single species alive today, 99 others have already been wiped off the face of the Earth. Biologists identify our current era as the sixth extinction, a phase where species are vanishing at a rate thousands of times higher than the historical baseline. To understand the weight of a mass extinction event, we have to rewind the planetary clock 5 billion years to the very beginning. Earth's timeline is defined by violent pulses, massive, catastrophic destructions that clear the path for sudden, miraculous biological recoveries. 5 billion years ago, the Earth was an uninhabitable, swirling ocean of liquid rock and gas. During a period of intense bombardment from space, meteorites struck the cooling surface for millions of years. These rocks carried a critical payload, water, the essential ingredient that eventually allowed the first oceans to form. Between 600 and 700 million years ago, global temperatures dropped to -50 degrees. This snowball Earth phase encased the entire planet in ice, nearly suffocating the first Nishalana, or signs, of early life. This diagram shows how the planet saved itself. Massive volcanic eruptions pierced the ice, pumping enough carbon dioxide into the atmosphere to create a greenhouse effect. This layer acted as a thermal blanket, trapping the sun's warmth and melting the global glaciers. In the newly warmed oceans, complex life exploded. Creatures like trilobites, armored marine scavengers, and simple worms began to colonize the seafloor in vast numbers. These hostile, blind forces, crashing space rocks and erupting volcanoes, served as the exact chemical engines required to spark the first biological miracles. Roughly 375 million years ago, life moved from the oceans to the land. This transition was enabled by the formation of the ozone layer, which filtered out the sun's lethal ultraviolet rays. Massive forests and giant insects soon dominated the landscape, but the stability was fragile. Volcanic activity and toxic gases repeatedly pushed these early terrestrial ecosystems toward total collapse. Eventually, dinosaurs emerged as the planet's primary rulers, maintaining absolute dominance over the ecosystem for more than 175 million years. The reign ended abruptly 66 million years ago, when a massive asteroid struck the Earth with the energy of billions of atomic bombs. Temperatures spiked to 275 degrees, and a global cloud of ash blocked out the sun. Without sunlight, the global food chain broke. While the massive titans died off, small subterranean mammals managed to survive the high heat and lack of food by living underground. Long-term survival depends on biological flexibility. The species that persist through planetary resets are typically those small and adaptable enough to navigate a total ecosystem collapse. 5 million years ago, the African savanna became the staging ground for a new evolutionary milestone. Early human ancestors left the forests and began walking upright to forage. By 3 million years ago, their brain capacity expanded rapidly, allowing for more complex problem-solving. Around 1.5 million years ago, ancestors known as Pithecanthropus mastered fire. This discovery allowed them to survive ice ages, migrate across the globe, and eventually build modern civilizations. In a fraction of a geological second, this single, vulnerable mammal expanded across the globe, exerting a level of control over the environment that had no precedent in the previous 5 billion years. We currently live in an age of technological supremacy, yet we are witnessing a mass die-off of species that matches the severity of ancient catastrophes. Human activity has become the functional equivalent of the asteroid. Through habitat destruction and the artificial acceleration of the greenhouse effect, we are driving the same planetary shifts that blind nature used to cause. This chart highlights the 5 previous mass extinction events, separated by hundreds of millions of years of gradual change. Our current trajectory is much faster. At this pace, the planet's biological balance could be permanently altered in just 250 years. Earth is a 4.5 billion-year-old survivor that has weathered fire and ice. The planet will eventually recover from this 6th extinction. Our task is to ensure that humanity is still around to see that recovery. You're watching Expert Media. If this journey through Earth's history gave you a new perspective on our place in time, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts in the comments.